There are a lot of things to prepare all the time. Preparation prevents poor performance.
Are you going to teach people to stutter? Is that what's going on? I just need to know. Is the microphone actually on?
Yeah.
Hey, we are getting naked on the triple check in here at the Rock. Another Ibiza Lifestyle TV excerpt. Mikki Funk.
Hi. Cue the rhino. Yeah, I think we have to get a bit more interactive. Like when I say something, then you say something, and then I say something again. You know what I mean?
Female emancipation. Today we're going to talk about self-sabotage in the process.
Oh my gosh.
So sometimes what happens when we're reaching towards goals that are bigger than ourselves, and we have big dreams and big goals, we have these limiting beliefs that cause us to sabotage our main process and basically our main movement. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like you were sabotaging the very dream and the very thing that you were trying to get? Has that ever happened to you? Ever?
Yeah, for me it's actually more like the realization that I have this dream and I have wishes and it does not come to me because I do reversed magic. That's very interesting. Like if you say I don't want this any longer, don't want it, I have this any longer, and then I put even like this anger in it, you know. So I say I don't want to have this any longer. So I actually invite more of exactly that, you know, and yeah, every day I see it a little bit more where I do it, and yeah, and it's nice to observe it, because I see at the same time, if I observe it, that's already the first step that I can heal it, you know, that I can let it happen in a different way, you know, like to invite really the good and the beauty into your life, to invite real success and abundance.
It's a bit like ordering from the menu of the restaurant of life. The universe is a bit like that waitress when she comes to your table and she asks you what you like, and you tell her what you like, and then the bell rings. And then if she doesn't come back in 2 minutes, change your mind on what you like, you know? And it's like, nah, I actually don't want that, I want something else. And then somewhere off in the kitchen, she gets this message that you've changed your mind and you want something else. So the thing that you actually first ordered was on its way back, but then they dump it. Like, no, she doesn't want that anymore, she wants something else. And then they start putting that together, you know? And then it doesn't come quick enough, so you change it into something else. And it's as if you were to go plant seeds in the garden, and then the next day you look out the window. If you don't see anything growing up out of the ground, you're like, okay, but tomorrow, if I don't see anything, I mean, I'm digging these seeds up, you know, what's this? Next day comes, you open the window, sun is shining, blazing, you look outside, you don't see anything. And then you begin to dig the seeds up because it doesn't happen fast enough. And I think what people need to understand is that even manifestation, working on it and having it happen faster and faster and faster, still it takes a woman 8-9 months to actually have a baby. You can get 8 women together, and with the most positive affirmations in the world, they can't produce a baby in 1 month. So the point being is that it has to follow the natural progression of nature. So there's a time to sow and there's a time to reap. So when we put these requests into the universe, remember, even if it were a seed and you were going to be growing like hemp, it's still going to take 4 months before it goes from seed, stalk to cut. That's 4 months. So if the waitress doesn't come back in your universe quick enough, hold on to that dream, focus on it, and use the mother of all learning, repetition, visualization as well, to kind of solidify that and make a little neuronic fucking pathway in your brain that understands what the feeling is like. See, I think it's different right here. It's like, oh, yeah, it's just what I took the shirt off, you know. You can do it. It's the Mediterranean. So, you know, and you want to feel what it's like. And this is the thing. If the more senses that you can get into it, like Not just the feeling, the smelling. Know what it's gonna smell like,
oh my God, it's springtime, but
it's springtime.
Sorry.
It's springtime. So imagine you're at the beach, right? This is what I mean. If you want to think about like getting out of your job and your life and changing your whole movement from where you are to someplace else, you're thinking like, if I can only switch my life where I could live at the beach and like every day would be beautiful. The beach. And I could smell that sea air. I could almost hear those birds in the distance. And every day I could just walk down the beach and dip my little toes into the hot sand or just strip down half naked. And you start to think about that and visualize that, and you connect that and sort of anchor that to whatever vehicle you're using to kind of get away from the job that you hate and the things that you don't like in your life, the things that you do like in your life, and use it sort of as a motivator. What starts to happen is it releases the brake on the self-sabotage, because you're focusing on what you want and you're moving in that direction, as opposed to focusing on things you don't want, which causes you to put your foot on the brake, tell the waitress something else. You know, it's like you're driving the car basically in your life, right? You are the driver of the vehicle of your life. So the vehicle may be some sort of opportunity. It may be you've got some sort of work from home thing that you're going to do. It may be babysitting on the side. You might be starting a business. But you've got to be able to visualize where you're going and focus on all the great ways it's going to feel as if you had that even in that moment then. So that when things start to get you off the track and pull you to derail you and get you away from where it is that you want to go, it's easy to take your foot off the brake, because you can smell the victory, you can smell the success, and you're so focused on where you're going, you don't even remember your past. You're so focused on your future, you don't even remember your past, but you're doing it all in the now. You're doing it all in the present moment. Smelling, touching. It's like smelling and touching mixed
Together, smelling and touching.
Toasting, which is tasting and talking at the same time, which some of us do very, very often, you know. So all this has to do is working on ways to kick out of self-sabotage, getting yourself with self-propulsion, sort of thinking about where you want to go and knowing what you don't want, and reminding yourself daily about the fact that, look, the humans are either going to be pulled towards something or they're going to run away from something. So you're either running from something or you're moving towards something. Figure out something great that you want to move towards. These are your whys, your really deep motivating goals, and think about the things that are gonna happen to you if you don't do what it is that you need to do. This can really help you with this debilitating self-sabotage. Understanding, well, if I don't finish my book, if I don't start this business, if I don't get this late night opportunity that's gonna fucking bring me money in on the side because my job is going nowhere and is dead end. If I don't do that, what's gonna happen to me? What's gonna happen to my state? Am I just gonna continue with this dead end job? Is my wife gonna keep screaming at me because we don't have enough? What's gonna happen to me if I don't make a decision, change my life, and move towards my dreams? If not, you'll always go down the road of self-sabotage as soon as some little thing gets up and moving. Q to Rhino, Mikki Funk.
I don't know if this was a happily ever after. This was more like a Q-tip.
Q to Rhino's Q-tips with Mikki Funk's laughter.
Ever after.
You see? And for you with smell-o-vision, you can tell that I'm sure you would like my deodorant. It's called Brave Bull. And we're selling it. But I wouldn't tell you that until the end. Because in the beginning you might think he's trying to sell me something. I know. He's gonna get to that place where he's gonna try and sell me something. Well, here it is.
Oh my God.
Brave Bull. And as you can see, it's extremely effective. If you want to keep him at a distance with no resistance, Brave Bull.
Cut! Enough! Because I want to go out and I want to film this amazing, incredible, hilarious. Yeah, I have to go to the edge more. You don't see what is happening here. Wow, okay. Let's go to the edge.